January 1st, first game of the new year. I'm going to be watching Bristol against Newcastle. Haven't seen Newcastle play for a bloody long time. Looking over the team sheet, I recognise a few of the names and not familiar with many of them. So I will take any and all comments with some insights into these guys. Bristol, I saw just play the other week, so I'm becoming more familiar with that squad the more I watch them. I don't have either of these teams' jerseys, which is the first for quite a while, but we'll get there. We'll get there. This one is on, as I said, January 1st over in the UK, 3 p.m. from Ashton Gate. For us here in New Zealand, that makes it 4 a.m. on January 2nd, so I'll be watching it ever so slightly delayed and avoiding spoilers. A bit of a fascinating one because the last time I saw Newcastle play, I think was that Champions Cup season. Remember Champions Cup, but the same year they got relegated from the Premiership. So that would have been 2018-2019 season, I believe. Haven't seen them play for a long time, and yet they've bounced back up into the Premiership, and they're 4-0, albeit one of those games was the cancelled game against Leicester last week, with Leicester having some COVID cases. But still, they've had 3 actual wins, which is the same amount Bristol have got, which is, I haven't looked at the bookies odds prior to the start of the season, but I would imagine that was not the way things were supposed to go. So Bristol will be looking to inflict that first loss. They have had the one loss, I think it was to Wasps, right? And Newcastle have beaten Wasps, so who knows how it's going to go. Last week I did watch Bristol play Quins. They beat them 27-19. Really good second half after a pretty lackluster first half. They've made a few changes. Newcastle didn't play last week, so they should be pretty fresh. We'll see if they are rusty at all. Squads and odds I'll go over now. It's a whole new front row for Bristol with McCabe, Kloska and Armstrong coming in. Atwood retains his spot in the second row. Joyce comes up from the bench. Luatu is still there. He was bloody good against Quins. Heenan also gets a start. Nathan Hughes, pretty immense character at number 8. So he will certainly keep the Falcons guys pretty busy. Urin gets a start, so him and Randall kind of swap spots. At halfback, Sheedy retains his spot at 10. The back line is largely unchanged, so it's still, like I said, Randall and Urin swap places. Sheedy, O'Connor, Randradra. Piatow comes in at fullback, which is definitely good news. Haven't seen him play for quite some time. Yohan Lloyd left wing and Naulongo is on the right wing. So yeah, pretty familiar. Just like the 2 changes in the back line, whereas the forward pack's been changed a fair bit. Sinclair's on the bench. Alapati Leo is on the bench. Luke Morahan's on the bench, no Siali Piatau, no Max Malins, so a wee bit of rotation amongst the Bristol guys. But at home, they'll be backing themselves. But as I said, Newcastle, I don't know if it counts as a proper surprise package. You guys who are watching the competition more than me will have to let me know, but I was certainly not expecting them to be as good as they have been. Not that I've seen them play. I've only seen the record. So have their wins been ugly? Have they been good? They've got Davison. What's the hooker's name? Can't even read my own handwriting. I watched the highlight of him almost scoring a try. Blaymire? It was in like the not the Champions Cup, the Challenge Cup. He set up a break, like a big break. So he seems like he's got wheels for a hooker. Blaymire and Mulipola. That's the front row. Like, forgive me, Newcastle fans, but I'm honestly I haven't seen this team play, so please do educate me. Peterson and Fuser are the second row, which is the same as last week. Sean Robinson is at blindside. Mark Wilson's captaining from number 7. He seems pretty versatile. He pretty much plays the entire back row. I know he's typical kind of hard-as-nails player, and I always enjoy watching him play. He will like to get his hands on Nathan Hughes and rip him to the ground, I am sure. And Philip Van, who I haven't seen play, is at number 8. Sam Stewart's at number 9. Toby Flood, man, I haven't seen him play for a while. I think he played 12 last week or week before. He's in at 10. Matias Orlando, I'm pretty familiar with. I'm not sure how many games he's played for the Falcons. Is it his first? He can't be too long into his Falcons career, but he's a good player. He's really consistent, kind of all-round guy. Played in the Hawaiians for quite some time. Played for the Pumas. Yeah, really good all-round midfielder. Pretty solid all-round. And George Wathoke, is it? A Fijian name? He's the guy who got that try set up by Blameyer. Yeah, the other week. I think he was playing on the wing. But yeah. Haven't seen much of him either, apart from that one try. Stevenson and Radwan are on the wings. Tom Ascott. Man, I haven't seen him play literally since 2018-19. Is he still taking really big long shots at penalties? Because that seems to be mainly what I remember from him. And also a few familiar names, like South African names on the bench. Louis Schrader is on the bench. Seen him play back in Super Rugby days. And Kyle Cooper's numbered at 17, but isn't he a hooker? Is he covering prop nowadays? That's something different. I've seen him play loose forward in a pinch, and I've seen him play hooker. I can't say that I've ever seen him play prop. But if that's a thing, is that because Newcastle are down in the propping stocks, or have they just kind of converted him into a prop? Anyway, the last time these guys played in the Premiership was that 2018-19 season, and Bristol got the best of the Falcons on that one, and they are favoured to get the job done. This time, Bristol by 9 is what the bookies over here in New Zealand say, and Bristol by 9 is what the rugby forecast algorithm says. So by all accounts, Bristol, as I said, should be the team which is going to put that first black mark on the Falcons season. But either way, whoever wins it, I'm just happy to get some 2021 rugby under my belt. And yeah, as I said, Newcastle Falcons, that magnet has been sitting in a drawer of mine for pretty much 2 years unused. So it's nice to bust it out. Whereas the Bristol one I've only made up in a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks ago. But yeah. We'll see how the game goes. You guys let me know your thoughts on this one. As I said, please do let me know what's this second string. Is it second string? Front row like for Bristol. And as I mentioned, the Newcastle squad. Who should I be looking out for? And what is it they're special about? What is it they do that's special? Anyway, you guys take care. Happy New Year. And yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.